Hello, everybody. Welcome to my Big T's birthday bash. Hope you're all having a great day so far. Let's see who's all in here today. Got lots of birthday wishes from so many people. Brian Brunner, if you're in here, hello. Agatha, Special K, Sherry, Jamie, Cassandra, Angela, Psycho Kitty, Hydcar Beth, VSK Gadget, I think, 77. Violet, Sky, nothing to see here. Joe, Adri, Darla, Jamie, hello, hello. Good to see you all on here. Special K, welcome. What's everybody up to? Network Nosedive, good to see you. It says there's only 4 people watching now. Those are rookie numbers. We got to pump those up. Go tell all your friends to come join the party. We got free liquor. We have free. No, I'm kidding. I don't drink, but we have diet pizza and diet cake and diet ice cream made of water instead of milk. Now today I had a little Ben and Jerry's. It was actually a few bites, and I kind of regret it. Not for any moralistic reasons, but I felt so nauseous. But we'll talk a little bit about cheat meals, how I'm doing right now on my diet, how things are going, where I'm at. I know I was supposed to do a weigh-in today. That didn't happen. So I just want to be clear and honest with you guys where I'm at. Thank you very much, Lilac, Kathleen. No, I didn't have any cake today. Like I said, I had 2 bites of Ben and Jerry's. But tomorrow I'm definitely going right back on to my normal eating habit. It was very interesting. I had it was just a few days. I didn't go absolutely crazy like some people think. If I say that I went off my diet, that I went crazy. That's not what happened. We did have nachos at my sister's house. I had like not even half a plate of nachos. It was homemade guacamole, homemade salsa, some ground beef on some chips and cheese, and that's what it was. And it was really good, and especially the homemade stuff. That was delicious. Um, and then we had a chili cook-off at the church yesterday. We had like 7 different chilies, and the person who won was a 12-year-old child. All right, she entered her chili for the very first time, and she won by a big margin. She had 12 votes, double the votes of any other chili, and it was awesome. It was great. But I did not sample from all the different chilies. There was a chicken chili there, which was actually ended up being the winning chili. And I had a very, very small bowl of it with some sour cream and cheese on there. And that's what I ate. I mean, when you say I went to a chili cook-off, people automatically think I had 20 different chilies or something. And I, stuffed myself to death. No, I had a single small, very bowl of chili, and there was cake and everything there. I didn't have cake. I didn't have any desserts. I didn't have the cornbread or nothing. I just had a little bit of chicken chili. And today I had some more chips and cheese, just a half a plate of nachos, but not even all the stuff on it. My sister sent me home with a thing of homemade salsa. So I just put a little cheese on some chips, put them in the microwave, put some salsa on there, good. And then my 2 bites of Ben and Jerry's, and gave my mom the rest. And so that's my pig out for my birthday. I didn't stick to my diet. I had carbs, but I didn't go crazy. So the scale is not crazy. So yeah, I mean, I probably could have had a few more bites if it didn't make me sick. Like, I kind of didn't know what to expect. I've had a couple cookies here and there, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. With my stomach, I think probably because it wasn't very long after I ate dinner, so I felt a little blah. But yeah, it wasn't a big deal. I didn't really go crazy. I didn't eat a ton of food. And then last week, somebody wanted me to go out with them. I did turn them down, but I did get some leftovers because it's a waste of money for me to go out to eat, right? But there was just a few times where people were like, "Hey, let's celebrate your birthday," and I had to turn them down. And there was a couple of times I was like, "Yeah, okay, let's sit down and have a meal or something." And thanks, Gary. Yeah, she's a sweet kid though. I mean, she's one of those crazy girls. She's like a tomboy, um, and she's a good friend. But her and her whole family. But yeah, I was shocked. She won. Like the person who took her in, I guess, pretty much adopted her. He helped her make it, and yeah, it was his chili didn't do so well, and he helped her make it, but her chili won, and that was awesome. So I was so happy for her. And of course, our pastor, she was trashing him all day long. Like the entire service was like, "I'm taking you down. My chili's gonna beat your chili," and they were competitive the whole time. And then she ended up winning. So of course she, 12-year-olds when they get competitive. Those of you who know them, but she's a crazy child, and we love her. But yeah, next year, I plan on making a chili. My sister makes great chili. My best friend Steve, he won 4 years in a row. He didn't do it this year because he actually left the church and went to a church closer to him. So I have a few good options of people to turn to so I can make my own chili. So next year I might make my own. But yeah, I've eaten chili a few times since my surgery. I've probably eaten that more than anything else. Whether it was turkey chili or something, like it doesn't bother me. It's just a little bit of meat, a little bit of tomato sauce, I guess canned crushed tomatoes, something like that. Some mushrooms and onions and some peppers and stuff like that, and that's a chili. I don't put beans in it. I don't cram it with sour cream and cheese. It's I thought it was pretty good. I love chili, and it's just one of the things I've eaten a lot since surgery. Yeah, I really hope so too. Like, since her family adopted her, it's just a big long story. I'm not going to get into, but yeah, she ends up baking a lot. She'll bring to the church a bunch of baked goods, or she's starting to cook a lot. So I think that's something she's getting into. And my oldest niece, she wants to be a baker too, so she started baking, um, and she's been really really good. She loves helping mom in the kitchen, so. Um, it's going to be tough for me knowing someone who enjoys cooking and having a baker in the family, you know, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Do beans go in chili? I say no. I don't put beans in chili. From what I've heard, real chili doesn't have beans in it, but I know a lot of people do like beans in their chili. Probably every chili there yesterday had beans in it, but I am not a bean person. I don't like any of the legumes. I don't like peas. I don't like any of that stuff. So, but a little bit of beans and some chili doesn't hurt me, but typically I do not like beans, and from what I've heard, beans do not go in chili. Yeah, I don't think chili is bad either. I mean, it can be relatively healthy depending on how much of it you eat. And like I said, I eat just a very, very little bit of it. It's 5 or 6 bites, and I'm full. So it doesn't tear my stomach up, and I can eat it. And I don't put a lot of stuff in it, so it's good. It's mostly healthy stuff, except for the ground beef. I could probably do more substituting of turkey, but I don't know. Turkey is a little more watery consistency. I didn't really like it, but chicken I found out is really great in chili, so I might do a chicken chili here. Yeah, most people don't put mushrooms in chili, but we started doing it because I love mushrooms. I put mushrooms in a lot of stuff, and it turned out pretty good. Um, Something else I'm changing in my diet. I'm going back to eggs tomorrow. A lot of you sort of warned me about the Jimmy Dean stuff. They have a lot of salt in them, and while they were tasty, yeah, I'm trying to get away from salt and artificial made products. So I'm going to go back to eggs tomorrow. Getting right back on the bandwagon tomorrow, and I'm hoping within the next week I will be under 500 pounds for the first time in years. Um, and so my weigh-in on February 18th, the one that I didn't do, I was 5'11". And so in January 18th, I was 5'30". If you remember that video, I should have probably gotten my sheet off the fridge, but I was 5'30" in January 18th, and then I was 5'11" on February 18th. And so I lost 19 pounds last month. And if you remember, I was talking about this goal of 50 pounds because people are telling me I should have been losing 50 pounds a month or whatever. And then, like halfway through the month, I'm like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to put that stress on myself. So I'm going to keep trying. I'm still going to work it out. And I did not have any kind of a stall, um, really. Maybe for like a week or so, it slowed down a little bit, but I was losing like 2 pounds per day once I started increasing my calories. So I went from eating like 800 calories a day to 1,200 calories. And when I did that, the weight started falling off of me again. And so I think adding more calories to my diet really, really helped me. And I started losing a pound to 2 pounds a day. And so I ended up losing 19 pounds last month. I'm down to 5'11". And it did go up to 5'13" the past few days because I have been eating carbs and I'm holding on to water weight. So I know people were expecting me to do a weigh in today and see if I made my goal of being under 500 pounds by my birthday. I didn't make it because I ended up indulging a little bit for my birthday, and I think that's okay. Because I didn't go crazy, I didn't eat cake. I didn't. I had 2 bites of Ben and Jerry's, literally 2 bites of it, and I think I'm doing okay. And hopefully within the next week to 2 weeks, I will make that under 500 pound mark. And as soon as I do, I will come live and or make a video, and I'll show you guys that I made that progress. I only got 11 pounds to go. So I think that's it's not going to take me very long to do that. Maybe a week if I'm really strict with it, and I will be. Um, Let me catch up on the comments here. I just started talking. Ah, say yes to beans and chili. I guess you like beans in your chili. I prefer without beans. I like it both ways though. Yeah, chili's okay with both. If there is beans, I just don't like a ton of beans. Like I like Wendy's chili, which I'm not going to eat because of the processed burger that have been sitting around for days that they put in it. Like that's kind of gross. But it has beans in it. I don't mind that. There was chili with white beans in it. There's some with kidney beans in it, and there's all kinds of different kinds of beans. But when we make it at the house here, we do not put beans in it. But my mom loves beans. She grew up on Southern cooking, so she loves all kinds of beans. And so she'll just make a big pot of beans and just eat that, like crazy. I don't know if Niall's on here, but she just wished me happy birthday on Discord. Thank you, Niall, if you're watching. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that. The birthday wishes. You can make it healthy, like you said, depending on how you make. Yeah, you can make a really healthy chili. You can make it out of chicken. You can do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, you made yours with nice chunks of beef. Yeah, like steak or something like that. Yeah, that's really good chili too. Yeah, I almost missed it because time zones are confusing. Happy birthday. Thanks, Lime the Frog. I appreciate you. I want to try to do them like earlier because there's some people in England across the pond or whatever. They want to make them, but I always do them at like 7 o'clock. There was one I did during the morning, so I'll try to do it at different times. But yeah, eggs are good. Yes. Hello, Violet. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. I put other vegetables in my chili. Peppers, onions, carrots are good. No mushrooms. Mushrooms are the best. I love mushrooms. I could eat them all day. And they're very, very little calories, too. Thanks, Jamie. I appreciate that. I am pissed because I got to wait till Wednesday for my Animal Crossing New Horizons game. I hate my state. Sorry about that, Autumn. I hear a lot about Animal Crossing. What's it about? Yeah, Lilac, it does make sense. I mean, people keep telling me I should be losing this, I should be losing that. And then I hear that even Dr. Now tells his patients after surgery, you should be losing about 15 pounds a month on average. That's what my doctor says 8 pounds a month. They're happy with 2 pounds per week. And I've been losing 18 pounds a month on average. If you average out the last 4 months, I've been losing 18 pounds a month. I think that's great. I wish it was more. I wish I had, lost 100 pounds since surgery. I've only lost 76 or so. So, but I'm happy with my progress. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. And every time I see my sister, I see her like every 2 weeks. And I saw her on Saturday, and I just saw her two weeks ago, and she said, "Wow, you're looking amazing." And so even though my weight kind of stalled out this week, when I saw her on Saturday, she said it again. She goes, "You just look amazing. Every time I see you, I can see a lot more weight off your body." So people are noticing weight loss off my body. So the scale isn't always the end game, right? The scale can always, it's going to stop or it's going to start or it's going to slow down depending on water weight and hormones and whatever. But you could still be losing fat, and people are noticing a lot of fat loss off my body. So I'm happy with 19 pounds last month. I should have done my weigh-in there, and I could have had that video up because I'm not making excuses. I'm not doing anything. I just decided that, hey, I was gonna have some fun this weekend, and I ate a couple bites of stuff that wasn't normally on my diet, and hey, I'm okay with that. I'm happy. I'm content. I know I'm not going crazy. It's just sometimes it gets to me what people say. They say I'm making up excuses, that I'm talking BS, that I'm really not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And it drives me crazy because I'm working really, really hard. I'm really showing a lot of great progress. People around me are noticing. I feel a lot better. I'm doing a lot more. Like, I'm very happy. I went to the grocery store with my mom this morning. I went in, I walked around, I wasn't out of breath. Like, it was amazing. It was amazing to go grocery shopping today. So, I'm happy with my progress, and that's what matters. If I started screwing up, if I started getting off my diet long term and gaining weight and whatever, then yeah, I'd absolutely come and tell you guys and be like, hey, I messed up. Give me some encouragement, kick me in the butt, whatever. But it's when people start telling me that I'm not doing good, that I'm cheating, I'm screwing it up or whatever, that it bugs me a little bit because I'm working really hard. Slow and steady is better, yes. You need a little carbs for exercising. I know you guys are keep commenting, and I'm just catching up to it. Sorry, I'm a little slow with the comments sometimes. I'm in a little of a bit of a ranting mood tonight, but I need to relax and just hang out with you guys and have some fun. I need to eat a lot of carbs because I'm skinny and walk a lot. Yeah, I mean, I might add some more carbs when I start walking. Like, we've had a lot of ice storms, so I haven't been outside walking. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go out and do some more walking once the ice melts up and things like that. And then once I start exercising more, I'm probably going to need a little bit of carbs, especially if I want to build muscle. I really want to build muscle in my arms and in my legs and stuff like that. So you said you used to. Oh man, I missed it. Every time I get behind and then I try to scroll down, it scrolls all the way down, and then I miss some stuff. You said you used to do keto, but I can't remember why you stopped it. It's really helped me. Yeah, keto is great. I loved keto. It was the best diet I probably did for fat loss, and I'm sort of doing it now after weight loss surgery. But since I had my gallbladder out, um, your gallbladder helps you break down fat because it stores and it concentrates the bile from your liver. So your liver produces the bile, it goes into your gallbladder, it concentrates, gets stronger, and then when you eat fat in your diet, it releases that bile into your system and it breaks up the fat. Well, now that I don't have a gallbladder, it's harder for your body to break down fat. So eating a high fat diet um, for me wouldn't be too good because when I started doing it after my gallbladder surgery, not only did I struggle to lose weight, I got kidney stones really, really bad. And so I stopped doing the high fat portion of it. I just cut carbs pretty much. I eat a lot of protein. Some of it is lean protein. A lot of it is in the Ensure shakes that I drink, but I'm going to stop those too. That's something I'm going to do. I'm going to finish the shakes that I have in the fridge. And I'm just going to focus on regular proteins, eating my protein, trying to keep up to 1,200 calories per day. And I'm going to eat more eggs. I'm still going to have my hamburger patty or chicken or fish or whatever in the evening. I got to find something to have during the middle of the day, though. But yeah, it's mostly because I have my gallbladder out, and it's harder for my body to break down protein or to break down fat. And so I don't do the high fat part of keto, but I do the low carb part. I'm going to get comfortable here. My back's starting to hurt again. Wendy's was kind of good if I recall. Yeah, Wendy's is okay, and they'll put cheese in it and onions and stuff like that, and it can be kind of good. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate the gift. Thank you very much. Did you ever watch their training video for making Wendy's burgers and chilies, like the '90s fever dream? I did not see that, Lilac. I didn't see it. You tried keto, but I forget why you had to stop. It worked so well for me. Yeah, I explained that. It's just the gallbladder thing. I'm scared. First a mini reunion with my cousins, then a gender reveal party today. Oof. Yeah, parties can be tough because nobody else is going to look out for your diet when you go there. I mean, you're probably just going to have to bring your own food, unfortunately. But if you do something like keto, there's always a meat there, right? You could just eat the meat. Like if they have hot dogs, they grill some hot dogs. Just eat the hot dog without the bun. Dip it in some ketchup. That's what I do when the church or something has a barbecue. Have a hamburger patty without the bun. I mean, that's why I think keto works well. I mean, it is difficult to remove all the carbs from your diet, but when you go out and there's barbecues and cook-offs and stuff like that, like there's always some kind of a protein there that you can eat. You just don't need to eat the bread. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate the happy birthday. Thank you, Meg. I appreciate that. Yeah, I love mushrooms. I haven't had the enoki mushrooms, if you say that right. Thanks, Autumn. I'm glad you love or neck bones. Are you talking about my neck bones or? Thanks, Gary. I appreciate that super chat. Oh, okay, Lilac. You're Alex A. Okay. I enjoyed chatting with you on Discord, Alex. Thank you for being a part of that. Animal Crossing about you moving to a cute island full of different animal neighbors. Your garden, catch butterflies, fish, and make friends with animals. Okay. That sounds very calming and serene. Thanks, Shay. I appreciate the birthday wishes. Mushrooms are evil, Darla. My rate of weight loss isn't very fast either, but picking up since I started watching you. Your videos are the best. Thank you, Samantha. I'm glad that I can encourage you. Need to try. All right, I lost you already. You need to try baked chicken or try neck bones with vegetable soup in a pot. Very good. Oh, okay. You're talking about neck bones for food. I thought you were talking about my neck bones. Uh, Screw the haters, Big T. Thanks, Puffin. I genuinely think a lot of them are trying to help. They're trying to kick me into gear, but I don't know. Some of them just say, treat me like I don't have a right to be compassionate to people. That's what bugs me. Like everybody's human, right? We're all human. We all have struggles, we all have failures, and we're all going to fail from time to time. Not a single one of us is perfect. There's not a single one of us who's had a perfect diet, dieted every single day with zero cheat meals, without zero overeating, without zero giving in from time to time. Like we all struggle with that. Even if you don't have a food addiction, it's something we've all struggled with. And even if food isn't your big problem, maybe there is something that you use for coping. Like we all are people who try to find ways to cope with the stresses in our lives. Maybe you smoke, maybe it's you have a drink at the end of the day, maybe it's sex, maybe it's something else. We all have something, okay? And to look at one group of people and say that your problem is the absolute worst and we should not have compassion on you while you're sitting there with your own coping mechanisms and your own depression and your own anxiety and your own problems is very hypocritical. Like, I don't buy that at all. Like, we all are human beings and we should support and love one another, right? Like, that's what I believe. I've had my own issues with diet and weight loss, so I understand people are overcoming so many different things. They're overcoming trauma, or they're overcoming an addiction, or they're overcoming enablers in their family, or they're overcoming a tradition of food that the entire family has been involved in, or they're overcoming medications that prevent them from losing weight. Um, Certain medications will like spike your blood sugar and make it impossible to lose weight. There's just so many different variables out there. Not everybody is the same. You can't plug in the same formula for everybody and say just eat a salad, fat people, and then you'll lose weight. That's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. That's only part of it. And so giving a low calorie diet to some people can be great, but some people need a low carb diet. Some people need um, certain medications to help overcome hormonal issues. Some people need counseling and therapy to deal with trauma and abuse. Like I said, I was physically, mentally, and sexually abused. And then when my dad died, it was so traumatic for me because he was crushed to death in a work accident. And so I turned to food to help me cope for that. For years, I turned to food. And so I gained the bulk of my weight after my dad died. We lost the house. I was almost homeless. And so any money that I had went towards my food addiction to help me cope. And, that's just what I dealt with. So I understand people who are going through trauma, people who are struggling, people who need some compassion and help. Tough love, yeah, perfect. Add some tough love in there. People need that kick in the pants. But to have absolutely zero compassion for people, to treat people like garbage, to act like that they should not ever mess up or slip up or cheat, I think is just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Violet, turning to Christ turned my life around too. Happy 420. You'd have a lifestyle, not a diet. You're doing it right. Exactly. It's going to take time to develop a new lifestyle. It is. It's going to take work. It's going to be hard. You have to overcome so many different things. But yeah, it takes at least 20 days to develop a new lifestyle habit, right? And even then, that doesn't mean you're not going to have some kind of pull towards your addiction, and to say you could never again have a single gram of sugar because it might trigger you into binge eating or something like that. Like, who is ever going to remove sugar completely from their diet? You can't even buy meat anymore without them putting sugar in it. Like, come on. I think you have the right attitude about it. Don't beat yourself up for having a little treat now and then. It's a marathon, not a race. Thank you very much, Jamie. That's true. Everyone who watches you can tell the difference in your appearance. Yeah, I get that all the time. People are saying my face looks skinnier, that I have a lot more energy, I talk better, the way I enunciate things is better. Like, I'm changing, consistently changing. Like, that's good. I'm glad. Your stream is my entertainment at the gym tonight. I'm down 118 pounds. Great job, Puffin. I'm so proud of you for getting that done. Diabetes runs in my family hard, so I need to be mindful also. Yeah, exactly. Diabetes can make it hard to lose weight. It can. Anything that messes with blood sugar. If you need to take insulin to control your diabetes, that can prevent you from losing weight. But you cannot survive without the insulin. So what are you going to do? People with PCOS. It's not impossible because Michelle McDaniel had it and she lost weight, and there's people who can control it with weight loss. But it makes it harder to lose weight. So, I mean, losing weight is hard enough. So there are some conditions and hormonal issues, and you know when it's that time of the month and you're a lady, like, it can be difficult to lose weight. It's just, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying that people shouldn't try, but I think we need to have compassion on people. How do you help someone when you can't be around them? Is there anything I can say to help encourage her? That's a tough one when you're not around people. I would maybe send her a letter, like a heartfelt letter, um, just outlining, hey, this is what you're struggling with, and I feel for you, and um, maybe you need some help, and throw some stats in there, throw some science in there. Like, hey, this is going to be it's going to be very, very difficult for you, unless you get some help right now. And you know, yeah, if you send them a heartfelt letter, something like that, I think that might be a good way to go. Unless you're very good at talking, if you could just talk to them, maybe have a like a live chat or something like that. I keep losing the chat. I'm not sure if you have an Asian market near you, but if you do, they have more variety in vegetables to try for more healthy things. Yeah, I love Asian stir fry. I love Asian stir fry. I could probably eat that every day too. I need to find a way to make chicken. Like, I don't really like chicken unless it's overdone. Like, if you cook it a little more, it's a little drier, it has a harder texture to it. Like, that's how I prefer my chicken for some reason. I don't know. I don't usually like chicken unless it's overdone like that. I'm not talking about fried. I do like fried chicken, but if you like cook it in the oven or something like that and you overcook it just a little bit so it's, got a little crisp to it, that's how I prefer it. She knows it's not healthy, so it's not like she's in denial. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it takes, a wake up call. I mean, you can tell somebody till they're blue in the face, till you're blue in the face, what they're doing to themselves. But if they don't really want to change, they're not going to change. They're just not going to. Um, you can convince them to try to do something, but at the same time, if they don't want to do it, they're not going to be successful at it. So sometimes it takes a wake up call. It takes hitting bottom. And sadly, you don't want to watch someone that you love hit rock bottom, but that's what it takes sometimes. Yeah, we do have a Discord, so I just want to pause for a moment and tell everybody in my About section and usually in the description of all my videos, there's all kinds of links there. We have a Discord channel, so we're building a community. We have over 70 people in our Discord now. It's semi-active now. It's getting more and more active as we get more people in there. So if you want to join our Discord, the link is in my About section and it's in most of my videos to get to our Discord. You can join up. We have sections for diet, sections for exercise, sections for mental health and venting, um, art, movies, just anything you want to talk about, it's there. And if you need some accountability, you need some help with your diet, you have questions or whatever, join our Discord. Even if you just want to hang out with some like minded friends, it's really, really nice in there. We have all kinds of channels and areas, so join that. If you want to send me an email, my email is bigtbariatric@gmail.com. And if you have a video request you want to send me to react to, um, I often can see it if it's emailed to me. If you send it in a comment, I often lose that comment after I see it. So I have a hard time going back and finding that comment and reacting. So there's been some people who send me requests and stuff, but I lose it because it's in the comments. So if you want to just chat with me, get to know me, um, or you have a request or something like that, send me an email, bigtbariatric@gmail.com. There's also a Patreon. I'm trying to raise some money so that I can get some better equipment. I need a microphone. I need a better webcam. I need a desk and a chair, stuff like that. And the best way to do it, if you really want to help out, is Patreon. And so on Patreon, there are I put up two videos that you can only see on Patreon, two reactions to my 600-pound life. So I am going to put exclusive content on my Patreon. Next, I'm going to do a full episode of super size versus super skinny. I get a lot of requests for that. So I can't put that stuff on YouTube, but I can put it on Patreon. So I'm trying to earn extra money by putting good content on Patreon. It's going to be ad-free videos. It's going to be live chats and live streams and just all kinds of cool perks over there. And it's only $5 per month. Somebody asked me today on the Discord to add two more tiers. So I have a $5 a month tier, a $10 a month tier, and a $20 a month tier. And the whatever one you choose, you get more perks and stuff like that. But I really only need like 200 Patreon supporters to get the stuff that I need, and then I could close it down. I'm not like trying to make it a lifetime worth of everybody support me type thing. No, I'm trying to just raise the money I need to get that equipment because work right now is crap. I'm hardly even able to make my own bills. I am looking for a better job. So if anybody knows any place that's hiring that I could work from home type job, let me know that too. I'd love to fill out an application or whatever. But yeah, I do have a Patreon where I'm trying to earn some money and raise some money to get some better equipment. I'm trying to raise about $1,000 for some stuff. And if you do not want to go the route of Patreon, you can send me a donation through PayPal. I have a PayPal link in the About section as well. So you can send money that way. And there's also a Twitter. I do have a Twitter now. That's in there. So if you're a Twitter person, you can join my Twitter. I try to post my videos over there as often as possible. And there's also a link to my Facebook. So there's all kinds of ways to support the channel if you're so inclined, whether financially, whether you just want to join it for social media, you want to be a part of our Discord community, it's all there. And that's just what I have to say about that. I thank you guys very much for all your support. Let me get back to the comments now. I just like to run through that so you guys know of all the ways that you can help be a part of our channel. And yeah, I really appreciate everybody who's shown love and support so far. And I'm trying to get away from sending money on YouTube because YouTube takes 30% of it. 30% of the super chats, 30% of my earned revenue income. If you send any kind of money on YouTube, they take 30% of it. Well, Patreon only takes 8% of it. And on YouTube, I get paid once a month. So that's very difficult too. Whereas on Patreon, I can pull that money out anytime. So if I raise that $150 that I need for the mic that I'm going to get, I could just take that out right away and then purchase the mic. Whereas if it's sent on YouTube, it'll take me like a month to be able to get that out. But anyways, yeah. I was born in Michigan, but I say soda too. Saw a vid where you said that nobody knows why I do. Yeah, I get so much crap from people for saying soda, but that's just what I was. I was born in Denver, Colorado, but I was raised in the Houston, Texas area, so I say soda, but everybody here says pop. I try to say soda pop to appease everyone. There's no appeasing the crowd. It's either pop or nothing here. Thank you, Leanne, for the birthday wishes. Thank you, MLR97. Thank you. I'm glad you love the content. Yeah, she's talking about cooking my neck bones. I thought she was saying my neck bones were kind of sexy. I don't know. I was kind of getting happy there for a moment. Thank you, Lauren, for the birthday wishes. Am I yelling? I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm yelling. I'm not trying to yell. I have ADHD, so when I get going, sometimes I get a little loud, so I apologize if anybody thinks that I'm yelling. My mic is not very good, too. My mic is on my headphones, so it'll be better when I can get a mic. But yeah, my mic is on my headphones, so I talk a little loud, too. But sometimes I don't know how loud it is, so again, I apologize if it sounds like I'm yelling. Thank you, Nevermore. I appreciate the birthday wishes. Happy birthday to you, Hyen. Is that how you say your name? Hien, Hyen. Birthday twin. Hope you're having a great day as well. Thanks, Violet. You said that muscle weight is heavier than fat, so you have to figure that out when you see that in a scale. Um, that's actually a myth that muscle weighs more than fat. Fat takes up more space than muscle, so a pound of fat is the same as a pound of muscle. Like it's a pound. I mean, there's no difference in it except a pound of fat is like a big blob, or a pound of muscle is like condensed. So I could be gaining muscle, and it's taking up less space on my body and losing fat, so more space is going away. People are noticing the weight loss on my body, but the scale's not moving because I am working out, I am lifting weights, I am getting on the exercise bike, I am doing a lot more. I'm cleaning and cooking and doing things, going to the store. So I could be gaining muscle. Like that's a part of it. Thank you, TG. I appreciate you. Lilac, yeah, I think they do get pretty personal though. I mean, they have like a snippet in every single episode where they get into the background of what everybody went through, and usually they talk about the traumatic stuff. So while I'm glad and I agree with you that they don't like sit down and do the psychoanalysis right there, they do show some of the scenes where they go to counseling, but it's not all the time. But yeah, some of that is private, and they are already so invasive. So I can understand that they wouldn't do that. That they wouldn't always show that there is therapy, but I really hope it's a consistent part of the program, because that was what I think was more successful for me, is that they did have therapy. They did have a dietitian that I could work with and sit down with and go over my food and finding better stuff to eat and stuff like that. So that really helped me having that. It just seems like Dr. Now is like, here's a 1,200 calorie day diet, stick with it and you'll be good. And that's it. There's no psychological help. There's no therapy. There's no dietitian. There's just do this diet and that's it. Um, but is the chat lagging? I'm sorry if it's lagging, guys. I mean, it's lagging from when I'm talking. There's like a 30-second lag. So yeah, when I'm reading your comments, it's like 30 seconds later. But I'm a little behind right now. Everyone is bullied in some form or fashion, not all as severe as sexual assault. Don't judge if you don't know. Yeah, I mean, just going through sexual assault myself, I was raped by a male cousin, and I hope that doesn't trigger nobody. I'm sorry, but yeah, I was 6 years old. So, that's just one of the things that I went through. A lot of abuse, physical abuse, and poverty and neglect. And we used to live in a shack on the side of a highway with no running water. And there was bugs and ants and fleas and ticks and just everything. It was gross. And I've been through hell in my life, but I'm fighting back. I'm trying to get my life back. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate the birthday wishes. You look so great, but you take the lousiest thumbnails. They don't do you justice. I got to get better at my thumbnails. That's something I'll do too if I can upgrade my equipment. I'll be able to do better thumbnails. Maybe I'd probably get more clicks, because I noticed when Kayla Shay, she's an awesome YouTuber. Go check her channel out. But she does awesome thumbnails, and she gets a lot more views and stuff than I do currently. I think she's gonna bypass me, which is awesome, and subscribers and stuff. But I do need to do better thumbnails. I got to figure out how to do that. Maybe there's a class or something I could take on making great thumbnails. Thank you, dummy. I appreciate the birthday wishes. Hi, April. Glad to see you on here. Coffee is okay, Jamie. Um, it just depends on what you add into it. If you add a ton of sugar and cream and whatever, I get sugar-free creamer, and that's all I add to it. So just coffee, and then I add some sugar-free creamer. I don't add stevia or sugar or nothing like that to it. It does have some calories. It's not the best because it's chemical crap, but it wakes me up in the morning. Man, at least you're working hard. A lot of people just make excuse after excuse and don't change. Thanks, Adri. I appreciate that. Just talking to some people on here, they just treat me like I'm not trying, like I'm just using excuses, and I didn't weigh in like I said I was, and so I'm using an excuse, and that's not the way it is. It just frustrates me sometimes. Yeah, Violet. I mean, that's the best thing you can do. Send her a heartfelt letter. Have a conversation with her. If you can meet with her somehow, maybe do that. Sit down with her. But outside of that, there's nothing you can do. You can't control what she eats. Maybe talk to her family, see if you can get some kind of intervention going, something like that. But short of that, unless she wants to do it, she's not going to do it. And it might take her getting sick for her to realize she needs to do it, sadly. Jerk chicken. That sounds spicy. I've always wanted to try it, though. Hi, Sophie. Glad to have you on here. That's what we're having tonight, chicken thighs with the skin on. I know it's bad, but it tastes so good. Chicken skin can be pretty tasty if it's cooked the right way. I love smoking meats. That's what I want to get if I can here soon is a smoker and smoke some meats. My dad smoked meats all the time and it was amazing. The stuff he says resonates with me. It seems to reflect the same emotions and such as drug addiction, something I struggle with. Thank you, Bailey. I appreciate the birthday wishes. Trying to catch up here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to go a little faster. Thank you, Samantha, for the $5 donation. I appreciate you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Yvette. I appreciate the membership thing as well. Thank you very much. Jamie. It's soda. Thank you, Juliana. I appreciate that. Thank you, April. Appreciate all the birthday wishes. I didn't know that. I just sent it this way because I'm not on Patreon and don't know if I'll ever join. Sorry I have to give up so much revenue. Thanks, T. I appreciate that. I mean, if people even want to jump in for 1 month and cancel, that's absolutely fine. I mean, it's not a big deal to me. Like I said, once I raise that money, I'm going to shut it down. I'm not looking for a long-term Patreon thing. It's just short-term so I can get a few things that I need to upgrade the channel. And I'm willing to work hard for it by creating extra content for Patreon. Um, so it's just one of those things. Therapy and mental work is what really helped me as well. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people need that, and a lot of people don't get it. It's hard to find good therapy and mental work. My mom's still working on it, and she was horribly abused growing up, and so she's still working out some things. I mean, it takes a long time sometimes. I'm not sure about that, Violet. I don't know if he gives them regular counseling or if he gives it to everybody, but it seems like if they're really struggling and he could tell they're an emotional eater, then he'll send them to therapy. But he doesn't always send them to therapy. It's not a big part of the program, it doesn't seem like. So while he does have that relationship with a therapist, it doesn't seem like he sends every single one to get therapy, just ones who really struggle. Oh man, how were you not taken? I'm sorry, not being rude. I just knew too many kids who suffered neglect. Well, CPS was called several times. The school called them because I had bruises all over my body at times. Just a lot of scary stuff. But I ended up moving back and forth between my mom and my dad. My dad would end up in prison, because he was a big drug addict. And so when he was in prison, I'd go live with my mom, and then I'd go back with my dad. And it was just always like back and forth type thing. And I don't know. It's just I was someone I felt that kind of fell through the cracks. Those times when I lived with my grandparents because neither my mom nor my dad took care of me. I mean, it's just a really rough childhood. We never stayed in one place, so I never got to grow up and um, have the same friends or nothing like that. And schooling was very difficult because moving from one school to a different one, especially when I was in Texas and then I moved up to Michigan, like when I was in Texas, they were just learning the multiplication and division stuff. And then when I moved to Michigan, they expected you to know it already. And so I was already behind and I suffered with math the rest of my life because of that. Like I still cannot divide. I can divide like, 4 divided by 2 is 2, basic stuff like that, excuse me. But yeah, I just always struggle with math because it's just moving from school to school. They have different standards from state to state, whatever. And so, I just got behind. So, the Lord has brought you through a lot. It's good to know you're not bitter. You are able to share your story and help others. I think the pick from before, where your thumb is up to your chin, is good. Thank you. Thanks, Gary. Or T. What gets me mad is that a lot of people think it's so easy to lose weight and then they want to hound you about what you eat. Yeah, that's true, April. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Revelt, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you very much. All right, I think I've caught up now. So, what are you guys up to today? You guys having a great day so far? I'm getting a little congested. Thank you, a little snow fairy saga. Thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate you very much. It got so bad, Michael, that there was a teacher. Like I did okay until I got to algebra. Algebra was the worst. I failed it 2 years in a row, and the third year I just barely passed it with a C. C average, and yeah, algebra was the worst. But there was a teacher there that just like knew I was going to fail. Didn't even bother to encourage me to keep me going or anything else. He's like, "You're just so far behind." He didn't care. He just didn't care if I did my homework or not. Didn't care to sit me aside or nothing. He just was like, "You're going to fail. You're so far behind. What am I going to do about it? Nothing." So it's just I didn't have a lot of help really. Just moving from place to place, and counseling didn't help. I nobody said here go to counseling. You went through all this. I have ADHD on top of all of it. I've never been diagnosed with it. Like that made learning a lot more difficult. That's why I struggled today to find a job. I couldn't get a degree in anything because I went to college and I ended up dropping out because I was failing and I didn't know what was going on. I'm not a dumb person. I'm actually fairly intelligent. And I'm not saying that to brag about myself. But everything I've learned, I had to learn on my own at my own pace because the school didn't help. And being so far behind at times and having ADHD, I didn't learn certain ways. Um, yeah, it's been a really rough life, man. And the only thing I've ever done that I've succeeded at seems to be my YouTube channel so far. I'm just blown away by the success and the love that you guys show me all the time, and you love my channel, and that just makes me happy, and I keep going because I know that I'm helping you guys and inspiring you guys to lose weight or to overcome whatever difficulty you're facing. And that's why I'm a little more compassionate. Like I understand that people go through things that make it harder to understand. It's not easy to face anything, whatever that is. You can't just tell a bunch of fat people to eat a salad and that's it, and they're going to be successful. Like, no, that's not how it works. I just got congested all of a sudden. What's your opinion of a cup of tea with a touch of honey and milk? Too fattening? I wouldn't say fattening. I'd say too much sugar. There's milk. There's sugar in milk, and there's sugar in honey. I wouldn't do it. But if you're feeling it tonight, then currently doing homework as I watch, listen. What homework are you doing, Adri? Hopefully it's not math. Yeah, it has been goofy weather. I mean, we've had like several ice storms, and it's been like it warm up. Yesterday was gorgeous. Like in the sun when I walked out of church, it felt like it was 60 degrees. It was only like 40, but it felt like it was 60 in the sun. It was gorgeous. And then today it's sleet and freezing rain and blah. It's like, ugh, I hate it. But it just means we're getting closer to spring, right? That's what that means. Started to have huge whiteout as I was walking home, hid till I could catch a bus. I'm glad you're safe now, Lilac, or Alex, or whatever your name is. Lots of wind and rain here in southwest PA. I find geometry worse than algebra. Luckily, I never took geometry. I didn't think I mean, I couldn't even pass algebra. So if I had to do even harder than that, then I went to Grand Blanc High School, and I thought it was a good experience overall, but they missed a whole lot out. They ended up just passing me because I was 19 by the time I graduated high school. They're like, we're not going to keep you any longer because they have what's called the MEP test, and that's like the final test you take every year. And I failed the math portion twice. And so they're like, yeah, we're just going to kind of pass you and let you graduate. I graduated in January because I needed to make up some credits. And when I made those up, I still couldn't pass the final test. So they're like, yeah, just go home. I think I'm getting congested because of this candle. Let me put the candle out. All right, that's out. I keep getting distracted. Sorry. ADHD. I'm down 30 pounds over the last 4 months. I've cut down on carbs and portions. I use channels like yours daily to keep me in the right mindset. Well, I'm glad, Jamie. Keep up the good work there. 30 pounds is a good amount of weight, so keep going. I lost 4 pounds because of you. Well, thank you, Revolt. I'm glad. I'm glad you're losing weight, and I could be an inspiration to you. Uh, I'm glad we all get to hang out in a way. Y'all seem like cool people. Well, I'm cool. I don't know about the rest of you weirdos. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I really like you guys. A lot of you are really nice and really supportive. Yeah, I do believe that support groups are a must for success. That's why I created a Discord. You know, it's a community of people who are having the same problems, who are like-minded in that, same struggles and diets and whatever. Um, it really helped me. Like, there's all kinds of support groups. If you don't join our Discord, there's all kinds of support groups on Facebook and other places. Like, get involved somewhere. Like, get around people who've been through what you've been through. So if you're struggling, you can ask some questions. You know, you can really understand, get some answers. Whatever it takes to help you out, like, do it. Don't think you have to do this on your own, because that makes it much more harder. I was lucky I was able to get diagnosed with autism and ADHD at a young age. On top of being blind, I'm very grateful for having most of the necessary supports in place for a good quality of life. I often wonder if Adderall would help me or not. I don't know. But yeah, it makes it difficult for me to work, because if I have specific deadlines to get an article in, I often don't make that deadline. I really struggle because of ADHD. I can't sit down and concentrate and write. So I'm hoping to find a different job that's not writing. So I'm definitely looking, filling out applications or whatever. But I'm having a real tough time right now. I'm not trying to gain sympathy or nothing. Just I can't find work. The work that I do have is sporadic at times. I haven't had any work assigned to me in weeks. So it's going to be a very tough month next month financially, going into March here. Um, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know the Lord will get me by, and I'm going to keep looking for work the best that I can. So again, if you know anybody that's hiring, let me know. Maybe I can fill out an application or something online, and because I can't work on my feet yet, so that really takes me out of the running of a lot of jobs. So I'm just kind of like trying to survive until I can lose enough weight that I can work on my feet and maybe find a better job. I don't know. It's just I don't have a degree. I can't work on my feet. I have ADHD, and all that is just constantly going against me. Thanks, Catherine. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. No math. It's an English class. Business. Okay. That you can hold an audience and get supporters on your channel is a thumbs up. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Yeah, I can't wait for spring either. It's tough to do a commentary channel, let alone talk to keep alive, talk going with no dead air. Well, if it's one thing I could do, it's talk. It's snowing, flurries up around Seattle. It's beautiful. I love the Pacific Northwest. I used to live in Bend, Oregon, and it was gorgeous up that way. I flew through Portland. I'd love to visit back up there again. It was gorgeous. I love the mountains. I love volcanoes and geology and stuff like that. That's great. That's what we're doing. I'm in the process of moving some things around for the delivery. I'm expecting tomorrow. Signing off now once again. Happy birthday, Tony. Thank you very much, T. I appreciate you very much. You might be good at geometry. I don't know. It's possible. I understand how you feel, Tony. I'm dyslexic and I get my lowercase b and d mixed up sometimes. Now, I'd ask, which way does the lowercase b go? Yeah, my best friend Steve is also dyslexic, so I totally understand that too. Like the two of us, we make good friends because we understand that each of us has something. And so that makes us more sympathetic towards other people because we know everybody's got something. There isn't a single perfect person that doesn't have a disability or some sort of deficiency or struggle or coping mechanism or whatever. We all have something, right? So we definitely understand that, and there's no harm in asking for help. And if people make you feel dumb for asking, then they're just jerks. I wouldn't listen to what they had to say. I'm in Long Beach, California, and we had rain last 4 days solid. Hey, you guys barely get any rain, all right? So you can handle some. We went through months of clouds and blah and snow and crap. You guys can handle 4 days of rain. Long Beach is beautiful. I've never been out that way. I'm just finishing dinner, half a lean steak, veterans rice, and Brussels sprouts. Oh, I love Brussels sprouts. I don't think I could eat them now after weight loss surgery because, the gas pain and stuff, but I love roasted Brussels sprouts. Ever go back to college, what would you study? I don't know. Maybe ministry. Probably go back into getting a degree in Christian ministry because I've always wanted to be a pastor. Um, I'm very good at doing Bible studies and teaching and preaching and stuff like that. If not that, maybe some kind of communications. Um, Making videos, learning how to make videos, edit, that kind of thing. Make my own channel better. I do hope to get into making vlogs and, different kinds of videos with my friend Cassie Nova wants to do a vlog with me because she also had weight loss surgery. But I'm not very good at knowing the tech and how things work and computers. And, I'm very newbie at that. So I'm learning as I go. So some kind of a class and that just to help my channel do better. um, yeah, I think that would be good. Thanks for stopping by, Violet. I appreciate you. It was good chatting with you tonight. Revolt, not revolt. I'll call you what I want to, revolt. Revolt. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Revolt. Oh, you're very cool, Violet. Everyone invite a friend, double the viewership. Well, I got a lot of likes, so that helps big time. Send your Discord link. All right, let me get a Discord link. You might have gone already, but all right, I'm adding the Discord link in right now. I hope you got it. Thank you, Hillary. I appreciate that. I'll leave out milk, less bonaire. I had gastric bypass in 2002. We had a 185 to 200 pound person support group every Monday. It was great. Yeah, support groups are awesome. I think life changes are only the way to fix it. Yep. Adderall is a lifesaver for me, not only in terms of emotional regulation, but I work in a hospital and it's frantic. Yeah, I think I'd like to try it and to see if it'll help sometime. Of course, I can't get it without a prescription, so that's going to take a lot of work just to get to find that. I've always loved math. Oh, just getting here. Happy birthday! Thank you very much, Damon. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'd love to try Adderall, see if it helps me out. What do you do? Currently, I write legal pages for lawyers. Um, and so I work for the company called Clixie. And but what happens is um, they assign some work, and sometimes there's no work to assign. Like right now, I've gone 2 weeks without being assigned any work. But even when I do work, like I have 3 articles that I've written, she has not got to them yet. I wrote them like on the 15th or 16th of February, and she's not gotten to them yet. So it's like first come, first serve. And so there's one editor, and she doesn't work every single day. And so maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and there's like, I don't know, maybe 10 writers or so. So like when you turn in an article, like if you're 10 down or whatever, you have to wait till the other 10 get done before she gets to you. And so, it could take weeks to a month before you even get paid. So, I mean, it pays really well, but it's sporadic. There's times where there's no work. Sometimes you're waiting weeks to get paid, and it doesn't add up. Like, it's just really, really difficult for me right now. So, I would love a basic, I get paid every Friday type job. So I know I'm going to get paid on Friday. I'm behind on my bills. And so when they call up and like, hey, when are you going to pay this bill? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to get paid. I don't know when she's going to get to the article. So, if I had a typical job where I can get paid weekly or even bi-weekly, that would really help. It'd be a lot more stable. I always loved math and was very good at it growing up. Oh, I don't hate you for liking math. As soon as you can stand for longer periods, I totally see you in hospitality for some kind of customer service role, totally able to diffuse the angry people. Oh, probably because I'm a big guy and I'd just be a bouncer. Just take this outside. Let's take this outside, buddy. I don't think it's fair to someone to make diagnosis when they're like not in a good state at all. Like this won't be permanent mindset when he's trying. Yep. Adderall, addictive personalities is a risky combo. Yeah, but ADHD has sort of like ruined my life in a lot of ways. Um, so yeah, it's risky, but if it works, I don't know if a Adderall gets you high or anything like that. I don't know. I've never tried it. Um, but it's worth a shot for me. If it can allow me to concentrate, I think my life will be so much better. Thank you, Samantha. I appreciate the birthday wishes. I think your kind heart and understanding would make you a great pastor. Thank you, Samantha. I do too. I think I was born for that. Just loving on people. There's a lot of people out there with addictions and need some help. And, I think I can really help a lot of people that way. Cool, got the link. Okay. Snow, a rainbow, and now I find it out. It's Big T's birthday. If my goat would ever have her babies, it'd be a perfect day. So if your goat had her babies today, then they'd have the same birthday as me. Have a good one, Violet. You can try the IT field if you like computers. I'm not very good. I'm just beginning to learn about computers and stuff. Editing videos and stuff like that. Like, I'm in my bed right now, and this is how I record my videos. I have a pair of headphones, and that's my microphone. So I'm really trying to get a microphone. I'm trying to get a better webcam. If you could see, it looks kind of blurry right now, and that's just my computer webcam. So if I tried to make a full screen video, it's completely blurry. So I need a better webcam so that I can make better videos and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of stuck how making videos how I make them right now until I can get some money in. So that's why I started a Patreon that hopefully, if people want to help support, that'd be great. And then I'll create all kinds of different content for you guys. But couldn't live without my anxiety meds. Sometimes you just need a little help from medication. Yeah, there's no shame in getting a little help when you need it. I mean, there's some people who just really look down on people because they need some help. Like they were really grown up to be that independent that asking for help is trouble. But I don't know. I don't agree with that. Adderall and addiction could be a thing. It's a derivative of speed, but untreated ADHD is self-medicated on by many things: pot, pain pills, food, etc. Just gotta be careful with it. Yeah, I mean, I used to have an addiction to pain medication and food is one. So I've always had a very addictive personality. So I don't know. I hope Adderall wouldn't be a problem. But it's worth checking out. I could see you being a pastor. Thanks, Jamie. I appreciate that. That's sweet of you to say. Computers and I don't get along. I'm having to learn coding for class, and it's a struggle. Yeah, I don't think I'd get to the point of learning coding, but if I can learn how to like edit videos better and filming and stuff like that, like I'd make the best videos. I really think I would. But right now, I'm just like I said, I'm just kind of stuck in my bed right now. But yeah, I think I'm gonna let you guys go. It's really slowing down in here, and I'm getting tired, and I just got stuffy all of a sudden. So I need to go clear my nose or something. But I really am glad that you all joined me today. I thank you for all the birthday wishes and the super chats and the love and support. I greatly appreciate all of you guys. And yeah, I'll definitely do this again soon. Maybe I'll do it earlier in the day for some of the people in England or wherever. Um, thanks a little Snow Fairy Saga. What's your name, by the way? I'll just say a little from now on, so I don't have to say your full name. But yeah, I mean, I just love people. I love helping people, being compassionate towards them. So hope you have a fantastic night and get de-stuffy. I think it's a candle. My middle niece got me a candle for my birthday, and so I've been burning it today. And I don't know, I think it got to me. Have a wonderful rest, your birthday. Thanks for sharing some of it with us. Oh, it's my honor. Thank you, Revelt. I will definitely say hello to my nieces for you. Have a good night. Have a microphone you might want. It's an advanced one that Sean still uses. Yeah, sure, man. I could definitely use it. That'd really save me some money. I have like an Amazon gift registry, and I put all the things on there that I want. So if I don't need a microphone anymore, I could just take that right off there. I mostly just keep track of the things that I need. But yeah, if you could email me bigtbariatric@gmail.com. It should also be in my description and about section if you can't find it. Um, or ask me in the comments or on Discord or whatever. But email me if you can, and I will get you my address. Um, and if I need a few bucks for you to ship it or something, let me know that too. And I could send that to you. I don't know what it's going to be. It's about 20 pounds. Okay. I didn't know microphones got that heavy, but that will be a huge step forward in video quality and save me about $150 because the one I was going to get was like a HyperX one, and it like gets all pretty and glows and stuff. But I was told that was the best one to get for videos and live streams and vlogs and stuff like that. But yeah, any cool microphone like that would definitely work. That sounds great, Michael. Yeah, I really appreciate that, man. You're saving me a lot. You're saving me a lot, big time. All right, guys, I will. Oh, Steph's here. Happy birthday, Tony. Congratulations on the success of your channel. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate that. I'm glad you finally got in here. I was hoping I'd see you. Thank you for the stream. Hope you to be here again next time. Yep, I'll be back here soon. Don't worry. I try to do them at least once a week, but I might try to do them at least twice a week, maybe, because a lot of you guys seem to enjoy them. Thank you, Angel's Wings. I appreciate you. Male security in a car. I don't really fit in cars. I was just able to fit it into my truck and put a seatbelt on for the first time. So it might be a little bit before I can fit into a car and like chase people down if I need to as a security agent and wear a uniform and all that stuff. So that's all complicated. I'm impressed by how many videos you get out in a week. Yeah, I try to do one, at least one per day. I might take a day off during the week or so, but hey, whatever. But yeah, I get one out once every day. I enjoy doing it. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna let you guys go right now. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate all the love, the support, the super chats, the birthdays, everything. You all are amazing, and I look forward to seeing you guys around more often. And I'll definitely do more of these live streams for you guys so that you enjoy them so much. All right, so I can't stand, but I want to jump on here and wish you happy birthday. I thoroughly enjoy your content and the way you convey your thoughts and opinions. Thank you, Juliet. I'm glad to have you on. Um, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. Happy birthday, mate. Thank you. Good night, good night. All right. Love you all.